Okay, guys, we're going to get started and start to kick this call off. First off, thank you for accommodating this later call. We didn't realize until basically yesterday when we were going over our plan for the week that two of our kids had open house tonight on top of practices with sports, and we were not going to be in the door before 9. And literally, I walked in at 8:57, and it's 9:04. So we are here, but this is what's great about this business is that we could do it from home. But just welcome to our Team Perseverance team call. It's September 17th, and to think back that we've done hundreds of calls and we've been doing this now for, my goodness, it seems like 6-7 years now. I've lost track. I'm just really grateful that the team is here. We're here to have a time to come together and have this call. So I want to welcome any new coaches on the call, like welcome to Team Perseverance. Maybe you haven't met, Kristen or I. I'm Dave Atkins, my wife, Kristen, the founding coaches of Team Perseverance and one of your upline star diamonds. And this is where we come together, every other week to go over news, training, announcements, recognition, and really get into a training topic like we're going to have tonight. And really to get this call started. So I think that
you recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
A couple things is if you are, I'm just going to hit on real quick. If you are a new coach, you're probably wondering what you need to do next. Make sure, number one, that you are now a member of our Team Perseverance website. There is so much content on there. Our marketing calendar, basically mapping out what's going on each month with clickable links to give you material so you're ready and knowing what to do. Training for new coaches, coaches that want to build to diamond, accelerated training, social media training on Instagram, on Facebook. Like there's so much there that's only there on the team website. So make sure that you signed up for that. If you're a new coach, make sure you're in a challenge group. Most importantly, and make sure you're also getting signed up to be in Coach Basics training so that you then could be doing your Getting Started Right call with your personally sponsored coach. So that's most important. As we go over, as for calls, every Sunday night, and thank you to Karen Brazillo last night, we have our peak performance call, which is basically the call to set your tone for the week. It's where we have this tracker right here where we plan it out for the week, but really this Sunday evening review, the call is usually like 20-30 minutes tops. You kind of write down the reflection of how last week went, your wins, your losses, what's the personal development you're going to be doing, your goals for the month, the goals for the year, your very important meetings that you have in the week or calls you have maybe with some prospects. It's really a great thing. I have not been on the last 2 weeks, but my checklist sits in my computer. That's here. I can see that, today was a shorter day getting things ready for pumpkin spice, but I added three new people that I feel are quality that are in my funnel now that eventually will get an invite from me. So I'm still using the tracker, always will. And then our team call is every other Monday night. So that's that. Were you going to say something?
I was going to say the UK call is now moved to Wednesdays.
The UK call is now moved to Wednesdays.
I don't think any UK coaches are on right now. But
we had one rank advancement. And, guys, I want to apologize because of the craziness and some crazy stuff I've been having going on in State Police Land. I didn't put a PowerPoint together. I've been doing that with photos and doing that. It just didn't happen today with, hashtag we broke the internet with pumpkin spice and everybody went into panic mode that they couldn't get through and, share cards weren't working. So today that kind of took precedent, which, by the way, guys, as of like 3 hours ago, 75% of the Shakeology pumpkin spice is sold out in their inventory. So FYI, if you have anybody or you yourself are saying, I'm going to wait a couple of days, it's going to sell out. Not the stuff for Canada. That's at a later date because their ingredients are slightly different as the Shakeology is. So you don't have to worry about it, but it is pretty much sold out. That we have one rank advancement.
Yep.
We had a new Emerald coach. Did you want to say who that was?
Congratulations to June Hutto or Hutto. I don't know how to say her last name, and I'm sorry.
Congratulations, June.
Congratulations, June. That is very exciting, moving her business to the next level. And just so you guys know, if you've checked the new quarterly mark, I hear kids screaming. Oh my God. if you check the new quarterly marketing plan, such is life, right, Allie? I see Allie laughing because she gets it. I see. The new quarterly plan for next month, we're doing another Emerald push. So another Emerald by the weekend. I want to give a shout out to all the ladies that are in our Diamond push right now. You guys are hustling. We're halfway through the month. So keep pushing. I know Scotty just went live a little while ago. We didn't get to see what he said. He goes, I like to talk. I think it was like a 30-minute video. But definitely make sure you go in there, and you guys are doing a great job. Shout out to Gina Strecco for going live in our Coach Sneak Peek, which is going on right now. It is not too late to get into our sneak peek. We do leave it up for like about 2 or 3 weeks until the next one is getting ready to boot up. Shannon Larice is going live tomorrow morning, right, Shannon? Talking about how to get paid, income potential, and how to get started. And so thank you to Shannon for that. Our flash sale, our Fall into Fit product event is going on right now too. If you have people interested in pumpkin spice Shakeology, that is where they should be placed, because I did a post explaining it, the cost and everything. We're going to be doing a raffle for people who buy the pumpkin spice cartons. So you want to get them in there ASAP, especially if we're at 75% sold out right at this point. So that will be open. And just so you guys know, that was the Energize Yo Summer group. We just changed the name. We're going to keep it open and then just change it seasonally. So we'll do another one before the holidays. And we'll just keep adding people to that group. And it's the same thing with our sneak peek group. Same group month after month, because people are going to be sitting in there, and we want to make sure whoever doesn't, jump on board right away, they can still check it out in a month or two, and maybe in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, they'd be ready to join us. So if you're not in that group, make sure you're in that group, so at any point you can just add people into it. Were you done talking, or am I going into my other stuff?
I was going to go into recognition after you do your stuff.
Okay. We talked about pumpkin spice Shakeology. Did everyone get theirs that were supposed to get theirs? We got ours finally. I'm excited. I can't wait to try it. To Be Mindset certification, if you signed up for that, your materials are available and you can start the course now. It is still at the $99 promo price. There's more info in the FAQ of $10.81. Shift Shop Proving Grounds is coming out October 22nd, but on October 1st, people can start getting packs and bundles, which give you 2 prep workouts and a free sample workout so you can try it out. And then on October 22nd, the actual videos for the Proving Grounds will be added into the catalog of Shift Shop. I love saying Shift Shop. So if you've never done Shift Shop, you should be doing it, right? Like going from Lift 4.
Say it fast 5 times.
No, going into Shift Shop. Going to
Why can't you do it?
I can do
Shift Shop, Shift Shop, Shift Shop, Shift Shop. Can't do it. Shit show.
Shit, that's our life. That's our life. A nutshell. All right. Anyway, so I think Shift Shop would be a great program to go into, so you could start talking that up. And then who's up for some Shaun T coming into the holidays, right? Because we got a little step aerobics, whoop whoop, little Jane Fonda style coming up. So excited for it. I think that was the main things. And Super Saturday, guys, is coming up October 20th.
Get to a location near you.
Get to a location near you. What you want to do is you want to go to your Coach Online office and search for
go to events and training, under events, Super Saturday. But for any new coaches, Super Saturday is the quarterly events that are put on simultaneously the same Saturday throughout the country, the UK. Hey, buddy. It's my son. He's saying hello, the one dog, since I have all daughters. It's put on simultaneously. It's run by coaches usually of the diamond rank or higher. So go to the back office and there'll be a location near you. What? Okay. So that's Super Saturday.
Yep. Shout outs. Anybody at this point in time give shout outs to a coach either on the call or maybe not on the call? I'm going to just give a quick shout out to my brand new coach, Melissa Bianchini. I see her on here. I'm surprised to see you. I know you were away this weekend, but really proud of Melissa. I've known her for many years, so I'm really excited to see her and that she joined our team. Really, really happy. All right, shout outs. I saw Allie had her hand up. Go ahead. You guys can unmute.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I've got two really quick ones. One for, and I already apologized to her, but Lori, I am so proud of you for putting your first public post out there. It was a gigantic leap for you, and I'm so proud of her. She put her story out there, and it's amazing. So good on you, girly. And a gigantic shout out to my girl, Kim Petrucci, for being brave over these past few weeks. She is relocated to Seattle. She's studying to become a legit yogi and teach yoga, and she's out there for 6 weeks, and I'm so proud of her. And go Lindsay, go. Okay, that's all I have.
Yay.
Nice.
Awesome, ladies.
Anybody else? Stacy Larice, go ahead. I'm just going to keep calling you that. One day I'll see him again, so I'm just going to keep calling you that. Stacy, go ahead.
Oh, he's right there.
Aha, there he is.
And he's listening.
Like seeing Jesus over there.
He's listening because he knows that the awesome Lindsey Kaufman is going live tonight. Oh, I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm so excited to hear all you have to share because, frankly, I want to know, right? Yeah. I have a couple of shout outs tonight. First is to Jessica, Yvonne, and Lizetta. These beautiful Latina women have pretty much come to me and said, you know, we need help because we want to do this. And I have actually stepped out of my comfort zone and had to reach above and beyond. I actually reached out to Nikki Fernandez, and she is going to be working with these ladies one-on-one personally, how to speak to their community. So I am grateful for these ladies for saying, you know, and coming to me and telling me just merely what they need, you know, because as coaches, we only know what we know and how to offer what we can offer. But to be able to ask and tell your coach what you need and then be able to look above and beyond is huge. So thank you, ladies, for telling me that. I'm excited for you to have this support. And also, she couldn't be on tonight's call, but I want to give a huge shout out to Becky Kusik. She is in Coach Basics training right now, and she has been sharing her journey on Instagram. As a matter of fact, that is the way the two of us had met. And she has been sharing her journey openly, honestly on Instagram. So if anybody follows her, can give her a shout out, can comment on anything that she has. She is working so hard to find her people and her tribe. And I'm just so incredibly proud of her. And she's doing great during her Coach Basics training. And everybody who's on our call tonight, I'm so excited to see all of your beautiful faces. So that's it.
Thank you, Stacy. Anybody else? Go ahead, Lindsay.
Okay, I'm going to try to be really quick, but I'm super, super, super proud. Kelsey's on this call right now, and she has taken the bull by the horns and just gone this is what I'm doing, and I'm doing it. And she is killing it on Instagram. I love watching her on Instagram. Her name is Squats and Sprinkles, just ridiculously cute on its own. But she also, we had a flash sale last week, and she again went full force and signed 3 coaches, and I think you said 2 challengers as well, which is just unbelievable. And then I have Bethany, who is going, she's not on the call, but she always watches the next day. She's going to her first Super Saturday, which is huge by herself. And then also to Liza and to Holly, who also are just killing it as far as just putting themselves out there all over Instagram. And it's just so much fun to watch. It's so freaking cool to just watch them spread their wings and go crazy. So I love it, and I'm so proud.
Good job.
That is great. I absolutely love it. Amazing. Anybody else? If anybody else is thinking or wants to give a shout out, while we're waiting, I'll just quickly give the recognition for the team. I want to recognize Mallory Thompson for sponsoring 5 new coaches in the month of August and making the cover Team Perseverance cover page banner. I also want to recognize people that are already in the 300 Personal Volume Club in Team Perseverance: Sharice Nolson, Kristen Atkins, Melanie Yoakum, Gina Strecco, Carol Weiner, Julia Carrera, Stacy Fulgenzi, Liza Polster, Margaret Michelle, Stephanie Renner, Mallory Thompson, Kimberly Frederick, Laureen James, Elizabeth Herrera, Darlene Champ, Yvonne Brown, Megan Bissett, and Janet Matto. And in the 500 Club, I want to recognize Rachel Cullivan, Dana McLeod, Joanna Anamadoris, Michelle Broder, Shannon Larice, Lindsey Kaufman, Joan Carosa, Tracy Roberts, Michelle Tegenkamp, myself, Allison Cross, Jean Marie Cregan, Teresa Scipione, and Candace Feldman. So, guys, congratulations for achieving the 500 PV Club already, only through 12 days of the month. So are there any last shout-outs before we get into tonight's call? Going once, going twice, sold. All right, guys, so tonight's call I'm excited about for Lindsey to speak to us, one of our leaders on this team, because I love the thing that with this business, there's no one way to build the business. You could build this business in so many different ways. It just requires, at the end of the day, it's that you just put in the hard work. If you're willing to work hard, you will be rewarded in this business. So some of you earlier this week saw that I went live on the team page and I spoke about my funnel with Instagram and how I'm doing my funnel and using Stim Social and my conversations and how I'm systematically messaging people a week later, ultimately to the invite 2 weeks out. And I was screenshotting and sending you guys stuff. But Lindsey's also doing something on Instagram that is also working for her. So there are so many different ways. You just need to find one that works for you and run with it, and not to have paralysis of analysis, but just to take action on something that we give you, where we teach you and just say, all right, I'm going forward, and realizing that everything worthwhile is uphill and nothing is easy the first time. So thinking this is going to be hard and uncomfortable, you have to get over that, because what I shared with you guys was hard and uncomfortable when I started, and I'm sure what Lindsey shares now will be uncomfortable and seem hard, but it works. And if you want to build your business and you want to get coaches and hit Success Club, these are the things that you need to embrace, especially Instagram these days, and go after it. So I want to turn it over to one of our diamond leaders in our team, Lindsey Kaufman, and let her take it away. Lindsey, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I'm so nervous. These always make me ridiculously nervous. And I'm drinking tea, and normally this would be filled with like whiskey, but I don't have any and I'm sick. So I'm stuck with tea and my nerves are like crazy. I know Allie's laughing at me. So I agree with like trying to just find what works for you. I literally will try anything anybody tells me. I'm not afraid of learning. I'm always like watching videos. I get made fun of a little bit because that's just my thing. I will watch and I will try to figure out what works for me. So I kind of try a little bit of everything. And my biggest struggle has always been inviting to the coaching opportunity, because it's really uncomfortable. It has always been really uncomfortable. And I'm not really sure why. And I think it's just because I didn't have my groove. Like I didn't find that one thing that really was just like, felt comfortable to me and felt honest. So I listened to the Wake Up Call a couple weeks ago, and the speaker was Meg Kozlowski, I think is how you say her name. And I know Michelle Broder listened to this as well, because she was also doing these types of invites. But for some reason, I always listen to it in the shower. I got out of the shower and I was like, that's it. Like that makes sense to me. And so I was like, all right, I'm literally going to start implementing this today, which was however many weeks ago. And so what I realized through this is that I always thought I had to do a ton of coach invites. Like I had to do 20 a day. And that was overwhelming to me. And so I found that I would either do 50 a day, but then do none for the rest of the week, or I would just do none, because I didn't know how. So the other thing is I was ignored with the invites that I was putting out there, because they were copy pasted, right? They were the same thing that I was sending to every single person, that I've been sending to every single person for the past year. They weren't working, but I honestly, because I was so uncomfortable with them, I didn't know how to change them. And so, like I said, that wake up call like opened my eyes, and it was really, we hear this all the time. It's quality over quantity. And for the first time, I get it. And for the first time, it makes sense to me. And so I will tell you the whole little process in just a second. Okay, Meg Kozlowski, who did the wake up call, does it just a little bit differently, but I, again, had to find something that I knew worked for me. So I'm just going to kind of go through that process of exactly what I've been doing every single day. It's the 5-3-1 method, which I think originally came from Chalene Johnson. And I actually have a PDF. I can either share my screen or however, or I can just post it later, whatever you guys want me to do. But basically what it is you go through your Instagram and what I do is I go through my stories and I look and I see who's been following me, who watches me every day. And I go to that person's page and I look through their feed and I spend a lot of time on this. It takes actually a lot longer than I ever anticipated. But you go through their feed and you like 5 of their pictures, but not just any pictures. Like if I'm going through a feed and I see, a picture of somebody's dog, no offense to anybody with dogs and dog lovers. I'm sorry, Dave. That's not my thing. So I'm not going to like that picture because I can't relate to that. I can't have a dog. My daughter's allergic and deathly afraid of them anyway. So that's just not something I'm going to talk to somebody about. But I am going to talk to them about their kids or their son who's on the floor throwing a temper tantrum, because pretty sure mine just did that 5 minutes ago. Like that I can relate to. So you like 5 of their pictures and then you comment on 3 of them. And the ones that you comment on are super important because here's the one. You're going to message that person and send them this peanut butter jelly invite, the PB&J invite from that one picture, from one of those 3 pictures that you commented on. So again, you want it to be something that relates to you that you can talk to somebody about. So I always do that before I ever send the invite, but I do it all literally within like 5 minutes. Like it's all done at once. So, okay, you like the 5, you comment on 3, and you message them based on one of those pictures that you commented on. So here's where we're going to build our peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I kind of love this. So the bottom piece of the bread, which is the one you put down first, is your thank you. So an example is, hey, so-and-so, I see that you've been watching my Instagram stories recently, and I just wanted to reach out and say thank you. That's it. And then the second part of the bread is you put down the peanut butter, and so that's going to be your compliment. And this is where you're going to get really personal. This is when you're going to take time. Like I said, you take time to really look through their feed and find something that speaks to you. And so the second part of the message, the peanut butter, the compliment is, I noticed that you're a mother as well. Your daughter is absolutely adorable. How are you liking this age? I also noticed that your daughter's in kindergarten. How are you doing with her being in school? To me, that relates to me because my son just started kindergarten. So I can speak to somebody about what that feels like and like the nerves and all of that. And then you got your third part of the sandwich, the jelly, which is the invite. This doesn't change at all. I have not changed this. It's the same for every single person. And I hope I'm not being too forward, but I couldn't help but notice that you're a very positive person from what you post on your account. I'm always looking for positive, upbeat moms to join my team. Have you ever considered being a virtual coach like I am? And again, I send that to everybody. It's that has not changed at all. And then you have your top piece of the bread, which is you're out. You're giving them the option to say no, and the option to say no, and that it's okay to say no. Because a lot of people, I feel like the reason it's crickets and you don't hear back is because they don't want to tell you no, but it's okay to do that. So that top piece of bread would be, if not, I just thought I'd mention it since I never know who could benefit from this opportunity like I have. I hope we can continue to follow and support each other. And then that's it. There's my peanut butter and jelly out to them. And what I'm noticing is happening is that they're seeing my comments and my likes on their posts first, and they're responding to those. And then they're seeing my invite. And it's been so crazy, guys, because I'm used to sending out 50 invites, let's just say 50, and hearing back from maybe 2 people. With this, I'm sending out between 5 and 6 quality invites a day, because honestly, that's all I can get to because it takes a lot more time. Almost every single person has responded to me with, a lot of them are saying, I would love to know more. But then the ones that are not saying they'd love to know more are saying, you know what, you're super positive. I love it. I can't, I'm going to continue to support you. So that's huge. That's like such a huge difference from what I'm used to, which is not hearing back from anybody. And that kind of that kind of gets you down a little bit. I've also been using this for challenge group invites. And the only thing I'm changing is on the jelly part of the invite. I'm just saying I'm always looking for positive, upbeat moms to join my virtual boot camps. Have you ever considered doing something like that? So just changing the verbiage a little bit. And again, it's working really, really well. I'm having more conversations that I know what to do with, but they're all good. Like normally it's just that weird sort of back and forth, but that this is all like moving forward very quickly. And I like that I don't feel icky. Like I don't feel like I'm just throwing things out there because I'm taking the time to look through their feed. I'm taking the time to like kind of interview them because I'm looking through, and if it's not somebody that I think I could relate to, then I'm not messaging them. I'm not doing this process. So I don't know. It's only been 2 weeks, but it's been crazy, and I'm already seeing, for the first time, I'm seeing a lot of interest on Instagram, whereas I was struggling with that up until now. So, but also I cannot take any credit for this, by the way. This was all from the wake up call. I just started implementing it and it's working. So this was not my idea, guys.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You went through the peanut butter and jelly, the bottom piece of the bread, the peanut butter and jelly on the top. Is this all done in one day, right? Like, are you sending this one long message, or are you sending the first message, doing the thank you, the bottom piece is the thank you, right?
No.
Right? And then waiting for a response, then doing the next piece? Or are you doing one long message, including it all?
I am doing one message, including it all.
So so you're pretty much knowing right away on that day whether you're taking that person any further because you're going through everything right away. Everything
right away. But I'm thinking that the reason why it's working well is because I'm taking the time first to do that 5-3-1 process. Right. Whereas Meg Kozlowski said that she does that when she doesn't hear back from them, or if she gets a no, then a week later, then she'll send that, then she'll do that, liking the 5, commenting on the 5, and she'll say something, or commenting on 3. And she used the example of her, she saw some picture of the kid in the bathing suit, and she did the liking 5 pictures, commenting on 3, and then sent them a message saying, I love that bathing suit. You have to tell me where to get it, to kind of reignite the conversation again. I guess I took that out and did it first. And knock on wood, so far it's working because almost everybody has gotten back to me, and it's been very positive. It's been very positive.
And on the team page, can you put these scripts on the team page, just in a post? Because what I'll do, everybody, so everybody knows, this call will go under the Instagram training with a Google Doc I'll create on the team website. We'll put it on here, so that will be there. But I think it's great. I'm sure there's questions from the team. Anybody have questions? Michelle Broder, I'll unmute you. Go ahead, Michelle.
Yeah, hi, everybody. Yeah, Lindsey, I started using that probably about a week ago. And this is the first time that, like you said, you don't feel icky. And I actually am getting real conversations. I don't send the whole message at once. I send the thank you, and, I piecemeal it that way. But this is the first time that I actually got 5 people into the new coaching group to see if they really want to do this. And I usually am dragging people into that group, and I actually have 5 people in there now going through the sneak peek. So I think it really is working for me. And it's not as hard as it used to. I mean, you have to be so consistent, but I think that this is the way I have to do it.
Yeah.
I really believe, guys, that you don't know what you don't know. And every time we learn something new, and you think, oh, this business, or this isn't working, that's not working. And then you hear something like this, like, I am completely the student right now. And this is just unbelievable because it's another way to build your network. Maybe you just want to do it through your stories. That's just great. What other questions? Matt Quinn, go ahead, brother. Which, by the way, I just want to let everybody know, we now have a man cave message thread going on because there's been quite a few males joining the team. It's pretty nice. What up, man cave, brother? What do you have for us?
It smells delicious in there too, by the way.
It probably smells like feet and farts.
So I started doing this about a week ago as well, because I saw the post and everything, and I've actually sort of broken up my process into two pieces. So I'm still using David's Stim Social follow-up piece, which I don't have a term for it, but I use a PB&J for hunting, if you will, where I'll go through people who are watching my Instagram stories or liking on my feed, and I'll actually use the PB&J to sort of reach out to them, whereas the Stim Social, although I'm sort of reaching out to them, they're coming back to me with communication. So it's sort of like going out and hunting. I'll use the PB&J, but I'm still using that sort of 1 week, 2 week follow-up. And I've been finding some good conversations in there. I haven't turned in anything completely positive yet, but it's certainly building that momentum. So I will, respond to my messages that are coming in from Stim Social, and then I'll spend time using PB&J and actually going out and sort of hunting prospects, if you will, with that, because I find it works well. And like you said, it's not a weird way of starting conversation. You've engaged in their feed, and you've got legitimate things to talk about. So I find it's a really good tactic.
I think the most important part of all of this, and I mean, we all know it, but until you start implementing it, it's like, it doesn't make sense until you do it. But really, because I know when I first started, I was like, I can help anybody and everybody. And I didn't care who they were because I didn't know. And then those people usually would fall off. And I get now that you have to really find your people. And so, like I said, if I'm scrolling through and I see someone who maybe has kids that are, in high school or older, I can't relate to them. Can I help them? Probably. But I can't really relate to their struggles, and they can't really relate to mine at this point in their life. So I think this is really great. It's a really great way to really delve into other people and to see what they're about. See if you mesh with them. I mean, Instagram has millions of people. There's plenty for all of us. And I think it's okay to be choosy, because in the long run, you want them on your team and you want people who you can relate to. So I don't know. I love it.
That's a huge, I have to repeat that. That is such a golden nugget, and we hear it, but I want to stress it again. It's quality over quantity. And early on as a coach, and I know I was there, you want to take anybody that has a pulse, that you want to sign up, you want to get to Emerald, and they'll tend to fall off. And maybe you have quick rank advancement, this or that. But when you really go on Instagram, I'll tell you right now, and I shared it in the video when I went live, just what Lindsey said. If I have people that write back that are like, yeah, I'm working out, I'm struggling, I'm a mom with 4 kids and I have 6 grandchildren, I'll help them, but I am not, I just don't, that's not my people,
Michelle Broder.
So
we got to send them to Michelle.
So then I said, Michelle Broder. No, but and I think all of a sudden what's happened now is all of a sudden I've attracted more male, a lot more, in the sneak peek right now, I think I have 3 or 4 dudes in there and other law enforcement cops and other females that have moms with younger kids or dads with younger kids, because I'm being very picky in quality. And I think what Lindsey said, and Lindsey, you hit the nail on the head. It's a golden nugget that, I think that's really important, team. And I also think what Matt, what you did is fantastic, because he's taking Stim Social to still message people following back. And he's taking what Lindsey just said and doing it for the people following the story. You can combine them. Yeah. And that's really powerful. That's really good.
That's going to come back eventually.
Mm-hmm.
If you stick with it consistently.
And the key right there, and I see Shannon said that the key really is implementation, Yeah. Because the wealthiest place in the world, and you've heard me say this, is the graveyard. Because it's full of ideas and actions and dreams and things that people never acted on, period. So this stuff is golden. And if you're not taking action, you're missing the boat. You really are. And Lindsey, you're crushing it with it. And I'm just so happy for you. Any other questions on that, guys? Anybody? The question is, for real, who's actually going to implement this and try? Yep. Awesome. No other questions? Anything? Lindsey, you have anything else you want to add?
I don't think so. I mean, just be a student, like David was saying. Don't be afraid of trying new things because everything that we do is scary. I mean, think of that first post that you put out, like that first before and after. That's the scariest thing you will probably ever do in this business. So I say just learn. If it doesn't work, it's okay. There's going to be somebody else who's going to tell you to try something else, and maybe that works for you. I mean, this is 3.5 years, and I've tried, listen, I'll try anything. Like I said, if you tell me to do it, I'm going to try it. And this is the first time where it's like, it just, for me personally, this works. It might not be for everybody, but just don't be afraid of trying new things and opening up, and because you never know. You never know.
And this is the stuff that builds your business. Your business doesn't get built by scrolling social media, and just checking 1,000 different groups. You have to be very, very, very intentional of certain areas and what you're doing. I'm checking with the team page. I'm getting through it in 5 minutes. All right, check the box. That's why we have the tracker, right? I'm checking my challenge group, checks the box. Now most of your time that needs to be spent on building your business every day. Like Lindsey said, this takes time, but it's such valuable time. This is what builds your business. You need to be working on your personal business of adding people, I would say like 90%, So Lindsey, thank you. That is amazing. And thank you for sharing it with
And by the way,
team.
I just asked Lindsey to share this yesterday. So thank you, Lindsey, for being so full. She's like, yeah, I'm on it. All right. I'm like, oh, and the call's 9 o'clock. Is that all right? Yeah, I'm on it. So thank you for your flexibility.
Thank you for having me, guys. I love you guys.
And thank you, Gina and Shannon, for the sneak peek.
Yes.
And I see Priyan, one of my newer coaches, and she did her before and after post. So
yes,
congratulations
good job,
to you. I saw you're up in the top right. I'm seeing you on. So great job. And guys, a lot of things happening, and Pumpkin Spice, Transform 20. We're learning this. Go out there and do the work. This business can change your life, but you have to meet it halfway. All right, guys, have an amazing night. Love you guys. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.
Good night.